The Song of the River. Growing up near the Zambezi River, I heard countless tales, but none haunted me quite like the story of Nola, Kamau, the hunter, and the river spirit. It was a tale of love, sacrifice, and the weight of choices. Kamau and Nola were as close as two people could be. From childhood, they shared laughter, dreams, and the quiet understanding that they belonged together. By the time they came of age, their love was undeniable. But Kamau was a fisherman, scraping by on what the river gave him, while Nola was the daughter of the village chief. Tradition required Kamau to pay a bride price, and the chief's demands were steep. "You are a good man, Kamau," the chief said. "But love alone will not sustain a family. Bring me wealth, or find your future elsewhere." Kamau nodded, though the words cut deep. Later, Nola tried to comfort him. "We don't need riches," she whispered. "We'll make our own life, far from here." But Kamau shook his head. "I won't let you leave everything behind for me. I'll find a way." Desperation led Kamau into the heart of the forest, where few dared to go. There, in a clearing cloaked in shadows, stood the hunter's hut. No one knew much about the hunter. Some said he was once a great warrior who had lost his way. Others claimed he had traded his soul to the spirits for forbidden knowledge. His hut seemed alive, with strange carvings on its wooden beams and the faint sound of whispers in the air. Kamau hesitated before stepping inside. The hunter was there, sitting cross-legged by a flickering fire. His face was hidden in the glow, but his voice was sharp and knowing. "I've been expecting you," the hunter said without turning. Kamau's breath caught. "I need your help. I must marry Nola, but her father demands more wealth than I'll ever have." The hunter turned slowly, his dark eyes seeming to pierce through Kamau. "And what will you give in return?" "Anything," Kamau said, though the word felt heavy on his tongue. The hunter smiled faintly, a shadow of something unreadable passing across his face. "Brave words. Take this." He reached into the fire and pulled out a small, glowing stone. Kamau stared at it. "What is this?" "It is a gift, and a test," the hunter said cryptically. "Bury it by the river under a full moon, and you will find the wealth you seek. But remember this, the river listens, and it does not forget. Be careful what you offer." Kamau opened his mouth to ask more, but the hunter raised a hand, and suddenly the air in the hut grew cold. "Go. Your path has been chosen." Kamau buried the stone by the riverbank, his heart pounding with doubt. When dawn broke, his nets were heavy, not with fish, but with gold, silver, and jewels. The village was astounded. Kamau brought the riches to the chief, who could no longer deny his request. The wedding was a grand affair, with music, dancing, and enough food to feed everyone for days. For a while, Kamau and Nola were happy. But the river had listened. One evening, as Kamau and Nola sat by the river, the water began to glow. A figure emerged, a woman with flowing hair and a voice like the wind. She was the river spirit, and her gaze was both beautiful and terrifying. "Kamau," she said, "you promised anything. I have come to claim it." Nola clutched Kamau's arm. "What does she mean?" Kamau's chest tightened as the hunter's warning echoed in his mind. He turned to the spirit, his voice trembling. "What do you want?" The spirit's gaze shifted to Nola. "You must give me the one you love most. She will live with me in the depths of the river. In return, your wealth will remain. Refuse, and everything you have gained will vanish." Kamau's heart ached. He had worked so hard to win Nola's hand, yet now his love was being tested. Could he sacrifice her to save the village? Could he bear to let her go? Days passed, and the river grew restless. The once clear waters became dark and unpredictable. Crops failed, and the villagers whispered about curses. Nola begged Kamau to make a decision, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. One night, as Kamau sat by the river, the spirit appeared again. "You cannot run from your promise," she said. "The river demands balance. Choose." "I can't lose her," Kamau said, his voice cracking. "Is there no other way?" The spirit's expression softened, but her voice remained firm. "The river does not bargain. It only keeps promises." Unbeknownst to Kamau, Nola had made her own choice. As he slept, she went to the river alone. "I will go with you," she told the spirit. "But only if you restore the river and save my people." The spirit studied her for a long moment. "Your love is pure. I will honor your wish." Nola stepped into the glowing water, her figure disappearing beneath the surface. When Kamau awoke to find her gone, his world collapsed. The river calmed, the village was saved, but Kamau's heart was broken. He returned to the forest, seeking the hunter for answers. But when he arrived, the hut was empty, as if it had never been there. Only the faint carvings on a nearby tree remained, whispering a truth Kamau could never quite grasp. He spent the rest of his days by the river, singing songs of love and regret, hoping that one day the spirit might return Nola to him. The elders say that if you sit by the river on a quiet night, you can still hear his voice, carried on the breeze, a reminder that every choice comes with a price and that love often demands the hardest sacrifices of all.